And action. Roberto! Rob Wright in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this week's edition of the podcast. It's August the 21st. What's up, son? Came fresh to death. Just to remind y'all what time it is. You know what I mean? Appreciate you, man. I don't know if y'all know, he was the best dressed promoter when we were doing the inDmix Awards like two years in a row. Still killing them till today. So style is just a part of Rob's DNA. Definitely appreciate you coming.
No doubt, baby.
Mr. Maven, Mr. New Year's Eve, Mr. National Party Planner, everything. Marketing, promotions. Where did you start?
I guess as you know, I guess most people may not know, but it all started throwing alpha parties, man, back at University of Houston.
So before you pledged, it wasn't even anything you did.
Well, actually, I used to throw the craziest house parties back in high school.
Gotcha.
House party gone wild type shit.
Gotcha.
So, obviously after, college days, throwing the parties, throwing the hottest college parties in the state with the ADMU Alphas, University of Houston.
Right. So I don't know how the ADMU Alphas were before, but I think your DNA has been engraved in it when I was at U of H, because they were killing it with the production. Attention to details. Yeah, I'll give y'all props. We kicked y'all ass at every step show, but the parties, it didn't even matter. It was y'all versus the Kappas for a while, then they killed it. Anyway, I digress. So graduate. What are you doing professionally?
Well, after graduation, man, I started working for corporate America. I guess spent 5-6 years of college. Obviously, it's time to go get a job. So,
Gotcha.
First job out of college, State Farm Insurance. Worked there for 12 years.
Gotcha.
Still enjoyed, throwing parties. So basically, the job I had entailed me traveling like 8-9 months out of the year.
Okay.
So I'd come home on the holidays, would see something missing in the city, get together a group of guys, we throw some really cool holiday parties, Thanksgiving, New Year's Eve, Christmas, stuff of that nature. Really going after a lot of the college grad people that we ran around with.
Right. So who were you throwing parties with at this point?
We've got a couple of my frat brothers.
Okay, all right. No name, just your, gotcha. The bros. I get it, I understand. And then, I know you were before me, but the one-off parties was the thing to do. And I remember R2 Entertainment. Entertainment, that was my introduction to you, actually. Didn't know you. Rich was more approachable. I didn't see you.
And that was the thing, because I was traveling. So Rich was here. Rich had his day job. He was here. I was traveling. We kind of quarterbacked it together. I'd be on the road. We kind of, send out email blasts. I'd be, don't tell them where I was working. Miami, Cali, Oklahoma, Nebraska, you name it, Chicago. Right. I was working everywhere at that time. You know
what's crazy? Now that you say that, it makes sense. I'm not trying to, discredit all the other promoters, but we're going to come back to this eventually. Rob, I think, has thrown the most parties nationally compared to any Houston, promoter in Houston.
Right.
But the traveling, with what you do, see the landscape.
And the cool thing about me traveling, again, I met promoters in all those respective cities. Still to this day, I still rock with them. Still keep in touch with them, still book their DJs, still, keep in touch with them, see what's going on in their market. And like I said, that gave me opportunity to see what other people were doing. Market.
Right.
Still a few ideas, or borrow
ideas. It's not really
not like it is today.
Right. Not blatant plagiarism.
Just straight up, just bite you in your ass.
Yeah, I know. So that's dope. So R2 happens. How do you branch off? Because it was R2 that I remember Trendsetters, and Trendsetters was solely you.
Right. And see what happened. Me and Rich. Rich is a good dude, and then we met Steve, and at that time, really, man, there was only just a few people doing parties there. Right. And you had Steve and Lisa doing their thing, and it was kind of me and Rich.
That was IT Media. Right.
And me and Steve connected around Superbowl. That big first Super Bowl,
How did that come about? Be like, hey man, we need to just go get this. Who calls who? Because that's critical. Because from that point, y'all don't look back.
Right. And see, it's funny. As I had a conversation with Lisa, she may not even remember this, but I was like, hey, I really want to do something with y'all. She said, well, call Steve. Just talk to him. Let him know what you're trying to do.
Right.
So we did it, and then the rest of history, we've been running shit.
Ever since. I mean, that's crazy when like minds connect.
Yeah, it is. And like I say, he had and still has attention to detail like I have.
On match, right.
It's work. Like, it's really Jordan Pippen. You can call whoever you want.
Whoever you want to call.
We had that kind of synergy and that energy where we kind of knew what each other was thinking.
Right.
You know, we knew what we liked. We knew what DJs to book. We knew how to come up with hot creative marketing pieces, you know, et cetera. And, you know, as you see even Prospect Park today, you know, coupled with Junior and Jonathan, it's still, you know, it's innovative, it's different.
Right. It's not just a sports bar. The reason why it's hot is because of all the different components you guys bring to it.
Exactly.
What's that huge bowl with the colors and all that? I don't even know what drink it is. I was just having.
We have an array of punch bowls we just rolled out actually last week. We have a Henny punch. We have a margarita. We have all kind of different drinks. But you know that again, that deal there, man. I've seen that for years. The dry ice. You know, candy in the drinks, you know, Miami, you know.
Right, Miami vibe, but people have seen it for the first time here.
It is. You know, sometimes I in my mind, I'm like, really have to do this again? And I'm thinking, well, you know what, don't be selfish.
Right. Just because you're used to it doesn't mean that your clientele is.
And it's shocking to see how excited these people get
the first time.
And I'm looking like,
you don't even know. That's how you look at me when I go to La Lucha for the first time. You're like, come on, son, you're late. All right, so dope. I'm glad you segued into that because your first venture from an entrepreneur standpoint was Sugarhill.
Oh yeah, right. That was the baby there. That was we learned so much from Sugarhill from an ownership standpoint. You know, it was crazy because at that time, Sky Bar just closed and there weren't a lot of entertainment options. So Sugarhill was everything to everybody. Like it was for the hood. It was
for the hood. It's for the classy.
For the classy.
Even with the parking, crazy logistics, people still came.
And they came hard, they came fast. And part of the problem, you know, we had great success with Sugarhill, but I think we catered to a lot of people. We catered to a lot of people. And you know, inevitably, you know, you gotta pick one, you gotta pick an identity. Exactly. Right. So we had a good run, 7 years, can't complain.
Yeah, they can't complain, but that preps you up for Prospect.
Oh, definitely.
And
we learned all the mistakes we made at Sugarhill. It was able for us to come to Prospect and kind of, it was a lot smoother in terms of transition behind the scenes, in terms of just, you know, making, you know, having our I's dotted, T's crossed,
gotcha.
You know, et cetera.
Take away the money, what's more fun for you? Do you like the everyday running the restaurant, coming up with ideas, or do you like the planning for a party and just knocking it out the park? I think I know the answer, but I want to hear from you.
It's tough, man, because the everyday challenges, you know, I tell people, you know, people ask me, I get DM'd by young cats, want to know, hey, you know, tell me about what it is to be an entrepreneur, but one day is never the same of an entrepreneur. I mean, it's never the same. It's always something. You know, I wake up in the morning, man, it's like, I almost don't even want to touch that goddamn phone. I'm like, oh shit, what didn't happen?
Right,
you know, nothing good has happened. You know,
right.
It's always something bad. But you know, like I said, it's always being a businessman. It's not a matter of folding up. You got to figure it out.
You got to figure it out.
You got to figure it out quick.
You come with challenges. It's your job as you
don't have time to. You know, you got to do it.
Right.
You got to make the play. You got to call the play. You got to run it quickly. Otherwise, you get your ass handed to you.
Right. Your one-off parties. You specialize in New Year's Eve.
Right.
New Year's Eve parties. I think we're partnered in. I think it's only been like 3 or 4 since we started that we never did. Never did a party together. But how did you get into that? How do you get excited about doing that?
I mean,
what's the dopest New Year's Eve party till today?
Oh, the Wortham.
Is it? You can do your research. No disrespect to any New Year's Eve party. If you didn't go, you're bad. But till today, just like M-Bar is a flagship for nightclubs in Houston, there was a Wortham. There was a New Year's Eve party at Wortham that just
a few of them.
There's a few of them, but Wortham was so dope.
And like, the whole key, you know, with doing any type of special event is, the venue.
Right.
You know, you have to come up with an opulent, you know, venue for people to want to come to. They don't want to just go to a club on New Year's.
Right.
They want to see something different. They want to be in a car dealership, a museum, or theater, someplace that, you know, they never would normally go to.
Right.
And you go in there, you take over that venue, you create it, lighting, sound, furniture, you know, decor, just, you know, all different types of things, man, and just kind of make it a special event.
It's funny you're saying this because you used to do parties at Mercury Room, and you put this email out looking for sub promoters. That was the first time we actually had. Yeah. So Rob hired me as a sub promoter. Back in the Gap, I'm passing flyers. He didn't pay a shit.
Still don't.
But to see the level of detail of what goes on, the best part about helping you with the Mercury Room parties was seeing what happens in production to make a party happen.
Right.
I'll stand in line, I'll enjoy the party.
Right.
So when that opportunity came about, I jumped on. So to come to the meetings, to see the designation of tasks, and find out that it's really one or two people that run the whole thing,
Right.
but they put all the ideas together and you see everything come together.
And those parties, man, and let's keep it 100, even with Prospect, it's not about the money. If it's about the money to you,
then you're doing it for the wrong, right?
I used to get, giddy whenever I could put 2,000 people in Wortham,
right?
And you have a mix, a hodgepodge and diversity of people. Everybody in there having a good time. It's like, well, how did you get those people in here?
And that's the success. It's not really the money. You get so good. It's like, we'll count the money later, but do you see this? Right.
And to see, people even having a good time. People don't want to waste their time on New Year's Eve going to a BS party.
Right.
And to know that you actually put on, literally put on for the city.
Right.
It's a great feeling.
It's a great feeling.
And even with Prospects, it's a great feeling to see people in and out, having a blast.
I have to be honest. I love taking pictures because if a party is hot, it comes effortless to me. I want to capture it.
True.
And that's what happened. So with Wortham, it was a twofold. Like, I was part of the event and it was a great look, but I still knew that you were kind of the mastermind to all of that. So I want to give you a props on
Appreciate
that. National campaigns. Name all the national parties you've done. People do promote not locally, but you've done parties.
We've done stuff in LA with the National Urban. I did stuff in LA with the National Urban League. Done stuff for our 100-year anniversary for the Alphas in DC. Done parties of Missy Elliott during the MTV Music Awards.
Okay.
We don't talk about much. Unfortunately, what happened? Hurricane Katrina came through Miami first before it actually hit New Orleans.
Wow.
And we were planning an outdoor party with Missy Elliott at a venue right outside of downtown, and that hurricane came through there on Friday, and we had a outdoor event on Saturday. So you talking about having to, recreate on the fly an event. And
it still happened.
It still went down.
That's the best reason to tell people, hey, party canceled. A hurricane came through.
Hurricane Katrina.
Right.
It clipped Miami. Obviously, the most damage it did in New Orleans, but it clipped Miami, and they were talking about canceling. It was but there was so much money, so much production. It was hard to switch up.
Right. To cancel would have been refund. Everything would be a total loss. So you try to at least give them something.
Exactly.
That's dope. Essence, I know you do Essence events.
Oh shit, I cannot forget.
Yeah, that's your baby.
I almost forgot, but we had a good 6-year run at Essence, man. It was hard to get in that New Orleans market. Big Stan, a couple of other guys.
It's a monopoly. They run that.
And we first got our first opportunity to get a venue, House of Blues. We jumped on and we held on to it.
Right, held on to it, you did it, and doing those parties made the other promoters from there say, I welcome you. All like, all right, we'll do some collaborations afterwards once they saw the effect.
Amazing part. I can't name all the celebrities done,
The T.O. party. Come on, the T.O. party was it.
Terrence J, you name it. We did all those parties down there. And that was great to actually take your show on the road.
To see that you could recreate it in another. Listen, I want to stop you right there. Dude, you can throw a party here and it's dope. The euphoria that goes through when you're in a totally different city, trying to apply the same dynamics, wondering if you're going to appeal to another whole set of demographic in another city, because it's not just your people. And they come. The Jamie Foxx party in Dallas. What are you talking about, man? Like, I got my history. You don't even remember. This is where I come. I'm the historian of this. This is why I'm in the mix. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to give you a pass. I'm going to throw another one at you. At the A-Loft. I met my wife at the day party we did together at Ray. So you don't even know, you're just throwing parties, but you don't know. Come on, man, I got history locked in. So having this conversation with you
bring back memories.
It's memories, you know what I mean? I appreciate you bringing me on from that day party. Damn, that DJ made my day party series.
Somebody done ran with our name and doing this.
Little Keith, sorry. But Castle Biden, and I know where it first originated from. Your relationship with, I know you know these DJs on a first name basis, SNS, Biz Markie, Kid Capri. those relationships started?
All those started really in New Orleans, man, because, you know, in New Orleans, the Essence Fest, you got people coming from all over the country. They're not coming to sit around looking at their phones all night. They are coming to party.
Right.
They don't give a shit about nothing's going on, but that DJ better be killing
it. Right. And they'll pay the money for the top DJ.
And I know we went back and forth, and we want to book these DJs. Rob, we don't need this DJ.
Well, I share your philosophy, but I'm like, Houston, we're spoiled rotten. All right, if you're in Essence and you bring Kid, yes.
Yeah.
But a random.
We have some phenomenal DJs. Don't get it twisted. Houston has the best DJs in the country.
Period. On max.
Period.
Which is why I feel how I feel, because I'm like, you can bring a national or international DJ, and I'm like, JQ will body this guy right now. You know what I mean? In any room, I see, like, I'm sure,
all
DJ
day.
Q Holic, are you serious? I can take Q Holic on the road. So it's like, I respect him, and it's hard for me to switch it, but you see a totally different thing, which is why.
What I see what the people are asking for. You know, I get the messages and, hey, you know, when's Kid coming back? When is Biz coming back? Who's that guy SNS at your birthday party?
Right, yeah.
How come people didn't know who SNS was?
I fell back on that.
Thank you.
All right, so I was wrong.
SNS, you heard that, baby?
Yeah, I was wrong. I didn't think we needed SNS, but he came in on a mission. It was almost like...
And came in on love. He came in like, it's my birthday, fam. He coming on in, he flew in,
right,
paid for his own ticket. You know?
Wow, that's crazy. That's dope. That's dope. So that's kind of relationships I want y'all to understand. Like first name basis, P Diddy's DJ coming down, showing love to Rob for his birthday. I definitely give you props for that. Climate of the industry right now from the promotion standpoint. Take yourself out of ownership and compare how parties used to be to how it is now. Pros and cons, the things you like, the things you don't like.
What I do like is how the promoters these days, how they move people so quickly. You know, back in the day when we were, doing what we were doing, it would take a couple of weeks to get that engine rolling, to get that weekly going, and all that other stuff. The guys,
but that's social media.
That's social media. And having big large teams, these guys are able to move people. You know, they have a problem in Wembley and they can move it.
They can move it like the week up.
Right.
You know.
The only thing if I have to say anything negative, I see a lot of the same stuff being regurgitated or being recycled. Right. And I would like to see a little bit more creativity. On the guys' parts, but like I said, everybody's out here. Everybody's eating. Everybody seems to be doing well. I assume, again, like I said, I'm not thrust in that promoter world right now, but it seems like there's some respect levels for the most part. That I can't speak on, but. It's definitely different, man. It's definitely different. And, we got our feet wet over the last couple of years, again, with the one-offs and the Chapman and Kirby situation, trying to, get back in that weekly
space. Talk about that, because right before we go to Chapman and Kirby, because that was a smash hit. Right. We talked about the success of Bizu. Right. Like, we need to do that again. Yep. You know what I mean? Yep. You tell me when we going to run that. Do you have any weekly events?
Again, I'm not trying to get back in that game, man.
I know.
I'm very comfortable with, Prospect Part A takes up
a lot of your time.
You're talking about a $10 million gross in business with 86 employees. I don't have time to throw parties. I just don't.
I make $10 million a year.
Like I said, it's a $10 million grossing business.
But I factor 40% to expenses, so really you're telling me, we run that $6 million easy, brother. I know my numbers.
Right.
Oh, okay, $6 million. Let me hold some change. I need a charity. I'm just playing. Okay, that's dope. But running that keeps you busy.
It does, man. But sometimes I do, and sometimes I miss being able to go out and throw those B-suits, those chapters, because those people are sitting on the fence.
I'm going to put you on blast. Waiting
for something different. And that's why the reaction, the Bisu and the Chapman, they're there. I mean, they just wait.
The reaction on your face when you looked at the Chapman crowd at 4:00. That's what makes Rob excited. That's what gets Rob excited. He was like, Kim, do you see this?
When you see people you haven't seen in years
come out
having a good ass time, not in their phones. I have no in cell phones.
But I mean,
people are actually truly just having a good time, good vibe.
That crowd especially.
You had 800 people and no security. There was not one cop in that building. We had
You
one.
didn't even plan for it because you didn't think that you needed it, right?
No, I expected 600.
Yeah. So the Sunday Chaplain vibes, Sunday brunch resumes this Sunday, August 25th. Great segue to talk about that. Definitely give you props on that, but that's pretty much it for right now. And I got another weekly we're gonna talk about.
Oh, good.
Yeah. This will be a pretty good place to talk about it, but I'll let you know after this. It's Saturday night, whatever. But yeah, we'll talk about that. That's dope, man. Anything else you want to share? Anything you're working on? Events?
Everybody,
ventures?
I guess to everybody, we get probably all our partners get the question when's the next prospect coming?
Yes,
all that good stuff.
absolutely.
And, like I said, we don't want to do anything unless it's done right.
Right.
We could go to any
you
other
set a
market.
bar.
Right.
You gotta
don't want to
maintain.
just go to any market and just do it to be doing it. If that was the case, we'd have done it. But we want to make sure that all the I's are dotted, again, T's crossed. So every market that we do choose to go to, we have a well-oiled machine where we can hit the ground running, similar to what we all have done as promoters.
Right.
To give people a first-class event, especially when you're taking it to another city where they may not know you like that.
Right. That's
So-
a whole challenge.
Right.
Throwing a party one night is different, but you coming in with a whole concept to have people come in.
So yeah, let's be clear. We're not comfortable. We are going to grow. We are going to expand. We want to do it. Just do it the right way.
Right.
And we don't want to go there and hit a single or get a double. We want to knock it out the park.
Right. I got
We're
you.
not going to do that until we're ready to knock it out the park.
And it's another thing I admire about you, totally left field, but we will party. We were in Miami. No, it wasn't Miami. We went to a few places. We went to Miami, we went to Greece. Like, I partied with you at Clay, hammered, turn up to the max. You know what I mean? I'm trying to recover the next day, and you're running around with family the next morning. Like, how do you balance that? Like, I really have to give you props because I love how you manage the business side of it, but I also see your the way you handle family.
Right.
Kennedy,
Yeah. So I mean, just to be completely transparent, man, doing all those years of running around, partying, throwing parties, stuff like that. Me and my family are close. But I think, when I lost my sister a few years ago, I think I realized that I probably wasn't as close as I probably should have been because we were out, being successful, getting money, creating stuff, this, that, and the other. So when I lost my sister, I'm like, look, I'm not going to ever lose a family member and not, be able to say I didn't, have that
look out and do something.
Yeah, with her kids, man, and Kennedy, like, they're not going to ever be able to pick up a phone and be able to reach me for something or me be involved in all their activities. So for me, it's not work, it's not killing me. It's like, look, I'm gonna do my job with Prospect. We're gonna still work on building new stuff, but I'm gonna be there for these kids.
Yeah, I give you props on that. I'm only bringing it up because I see it's active. We didn't talk about this, but I noticed that that's an integral part of your life.
Again, to be clear, man, I hope I'm motivating. I hope I'm inspiring somebody, some brother out there who maybe needs to work in a relationship with their kids, or maybe needs to just spend more time with their family. Man, you got to spend time with your family. Trust me, you got to have work-life balance because this shit will kill you. You have to balance it out with something.
Right. I'm in the space where I'm still learning the family aspect. It's coming heavy, but I'm learning on the fly. There are no manuals for it.
For sure.
But yeah, man, I appreciate you, man. Yeah. Just coming and putting the knowledge and gems on us. Fashion style still on point. Get your dress tips from Rob. He doesn't like to share. You're a foodie. We like to eat. He always keeps up with the hot trends, fashion-wise, food-wise, DJ-wise, everything. So, man, I want to give you props, man. Major. Thank you for coming through. With that, we're about to run into the weekly events, target events for this weekend. James Harden weekend. Do I need to say it? It's going to be crazy. It's going to be nuts. It's a long lineup. But I want to bring some attention to the James Harden weekend because everybody's talking about the parties, but his charity events are critical to what the essence of what this whole thing is. He's not bringing all these people in just to party. He's trying to tie in his charity stuff with his birthday events. Friday, there's a charity concert. He's not telling you who's showing up. You have to go to the Revenge Music Center to find out the lineup. But knowing James and how many friends he has, you guys are up to witness a great show. Saturday's got a comedy show. Billy Sorrells, Watch Jazzy, Jess Hilarious, King Karan, Houston's own. Biz Rouse's Houston's on as well. But that event's going on at the George Theater and the 80 players off of Westheimer. Sunday's a softball game. That's going to be nuts. Sunday's actually James Harden's birthday. I'm not telling you to pick one, go to all of them. But the softball game is free. So definitely check that out. And everybody who's here Friday, Saturday will definitely be there Sunday. And then his after party is at it's at Spire Sunday night, it's at Clay Saturday, and it's at Aura Friday. So you got that for James Harden weekend. Log on inDmix.com.
Don't forget about the women's empowerment brunch.
Which one? Oh yeah, I'm not even. Well, that's not public. Yeah, that's not public.
Oh, okay.
That's not public. And that's really the exclusive joint.
Exactly.
The Karen Civil James Harden brunch. I hate to put that out there because they're gonna turn you away, so I'm not announcing that. But I know, just letting you know.
In the mix.
you know the one to be at. Today's Wednesday night. Check out Forbidden Wednesdays at Eve. Check out Wild Wednesdays at H2O. Gonna kick it with my Nigerians day after this. D-Bar on Wednesdays. Don't slip on it. Yeah. Thursday nights at Clee. Oh, my boy Keto has something tonight. Have you heard of this called Bajas? It's on Peas. Let me go check it out because Keto is good for hopping on the new spots and they get hot a little hotter later. Alley Cat Thursdays. Clay Thursdays, Seaside Thursdays, Skybox on Thursdays. Have a $500 twerk contest at Skybox. I haven't even seen or heard of that in a while. Don't get excited, Rob. Don't get excited. But yeah, go check that out if you into that. Friday, I already talked about Aura. XO Fridays at Mercy. The Sigmas have the back to school party at Sam Houston Fairgrounds. I got to give my bros a shout out for even advertising this mass grand party they have with Asian Doll, who's performing. I gotta put that out there. Fridays at Hanky, that's our spot. We in there heavy, kicking it with a few good men. Damon T. White, y'all on the podcast. I need y'all in September. Clear the schedule.
Matter of fact, SNS will be there next Friday.
Oh, really?
At Hinky, yeah.
Oh, okay, that's right. Yeah, SNS. And you have Kid Capri coming.
He'll be. I'm sorry.
We didn't even talk about that. You bugging out, son. Come on, I gotta lob it. Quick interjection, because Rob has some special events coming on.
Kid Capri will be kicking off our Labor Day Saturday brunch at Prospect Park.
Right.
We will have $3 frozen mimosas, bottomless mimosas, and Kid Capri and a bevy of other local DJs will be DJing all day Saturday.
All day Saturday at Prospect Park. This not this weekend, this next weekend
31st.
For Labor Day weekend. Yeah. Is it a no cover event?
We don't charge a cover.
We don't charge a cover. So you get to witness the world famous Kid Capri. Definitely check that out. And then on September 9th,
really the whole weekend, Prairie View U of H.
Yeah, the whole weekend.
Got Prairie View U of H, first time they've ever played.
First time.
Should be interesting. Well, it won't be an interesting game, but the party.
It's going to be an interesting party because we're going to clobber.
Exactly.
No disrespect to PVU.
I love PVU, Corey and Al, DJ Mr. Rogers, U of H Black Alumni will all be at Prospect Park Friday the 6th.
Gotcha.
We got the big tailgate. We're doing a unified tailgate with the Greeks from PV and the Greeks from U of H.
The Sigmas are gonna shut it down. You know what I mean?
Sigmas at U of H.
We run the yard. Do your research. It's not even talking smack. It's just facts.
Sorry. A lot of motherfuckers.
We run the yard. Blue fight. Put it in your face. Yeah, that's what's happening right there and there. So. But the united Greek effort is something I wish we did back in the day.
See, that to me is a legacy thing for me, man. I swear I've been talking to bros, other Greeks, man. Let's keep it unified. So finally we're able to put that together. That's something that people don't understand right now, but we'll talk about it later on down the line. Yeah. It starts with, I'll put it out there, it was Rob and CA talking about this. Because it takes the unified ideas first, and then we have to go to our respective organizations and say, this is how it is, this is what we need to do, and we got it down together. But we got to give props to Jasmine.
Jazz is the plastic thingy holding the thing together. Shout out to the Deltas.
He was involved. So yeah, it was good. It was definitely the brainchild of the Qs, the Alphas, and Jasmine with the Delta happened. But it was cold, like 40 degrees, it rained a little bit,
he still
blew it out. So.
And just to witness that again, just how, like, you sit back and you look at what's happening, you're like, wow, this is dope. You know what I mean? So that's the whole thing we're trying to recreate again for PVU
September
events.
7th.
Right, September 7th. So y'all come on out. Everybody's welcome. If you're not doing anything, definitely come through. All right, so back to the weekly. Saturdays, Seaside. There's a hookah hangout. Friday, Saturday, Sunday actually falls. James Harden's events. Dior Saturdays. You got to witness it. Pretty dope vibe that we got going on Saturday nights right now. Shouts out to Tay and Mitch Midas. Shouts out to Dre Kickback. Reggie and Dre. Shouts out to In Crowd Will. Doing big things. Shouts out to Mel G. Mel G's on board now with the influencers at Dior. So we killing it Saturdays. Come check it out. Kurt, Rara, A-Life, BGE. They're at Ghost Bar Saturdays. That's also a good look. Oh, Quincy. Quincy Mora has an Afro All-Star charity game, which I'm a part of. Have to bring that up. That's going on 12 to 5 this Saturday at Faith Lutheran Church, 800 Brook Street in Sugarland. Log on inDmix for more details. Follow my boy Quincy Mora. Charitable All-Star game. Should be a pretty good look. Day party at the address, night party at the address. Saturday brunch at H2O Skybox on Saturdays is pretty good too. Sundays, you already know about James Harden's party at Spire and the softball game. Brunch at Chapman and Kirby resumes this Sunday. So weekly. Well, you got at this point.
We're still working it out.
Okay.
Our whole, challenge with that, they are a special event venue.
Right.
So they will have other stuff going on. They will have weddings. They will have private corporate events. So right now we're trying to plug and play around all the events that they have. But we're definitely going to probably do at least 1 or 2 per month. Is the game plan, and see what happens. We're trying to also diversify too. Like I say, too much of one thing is just not good. So we're trying to mix it up a little bit. But we do have a few other things going in Chapman. The Black NBAs are coming up. Coming in town in September, 3rd week of September. So yeah, 100,000 Black NBAs
professionals that whole weekend.
A lot of people don't even know about.
Right. Let's get on that day party. ASAP.
Well, no, we gotta do something nice, sexy. Get dressed up.
That's 3rd week of September. My boy Stanley put me on that, and it's gonna be in Houston. So that's a good look. All right. But we're gonna enjoy Chapman this Sunday because you guys are having that event. That's pretty much it for right now. Lituation Sundays at Seaside. Shouts out to B-Star, TC. We are the season, and Secret Sundays at Eve on Sunday night. So that's pretty much all I want to talk about. Next week we'll address all the Labor Day events. There are a slew of them. But to give you bits and pieces right now will be unfair, but I'll definitely try to make more time to go through more of those events next week on the next week's podcast. All right, today's show has been brought to you by the Media Block in partnership with Vic and Cause, bringing you a wireless headphone experience. You see them glowy joints right there. You can now book any silent headphone event, from podcast shows to listening parties at the Media Block. Follow me on inDmix1, inDmix1. Check out new episodes of the inDmix podcast, bringing the hottest tastemakers in the city. That's about it for today. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Catch us next week. Rob, once again, appreciate you and continued success, man, in all the endeavors. Signing out. We out.